Hi guys, in this presentation we shall learn about how to find the Armstrong number. So before writing the logic we should know what is Armstrong number. Armstrong number is nothing but a number which is like C. For example, a number called 153. Okay, if I take C, whenever the number is given we have to find how many digits are there. Here the digits are 3. Okay, so I have to cube that, which means I have to take 1 cube plus 5 cube plus 3 cube. Okay, if this result is equal to this number, then it is an Armstrong number. For every number they'll cube it. That is not the right procedure. For example, there is 1024, then I have to write like 1 to the power 4 plus 0 to the power 4 plus 2 to the power 4 plus 4 to the power 4. Okay, we have to calculate its value and this value should equal to this value, then it is an Armstrong number. So how to break this and develop the logic, let's see. First of all we have to break this number. Okay, break this number into three parts, which it can be easily done. Afterwards we have to raise it with power, right? This 3 depends on how many digits are there in this number. Okay, so I have to write a function that take that digit and the power. Okay, so that it will give the result. That is the first function. And second, I have to find how many digits are there in the number. So we have to find that value and we have to place that value at here. Okay, so let's see how to develop the logic. There is a number, okay, in which I have a number called 10 1 2 4. Okay, now I have to get the power, which means I have to divide it and I have to count how many digits are there. So I'll simply write like, in order to not to change the number, I'll store the number in a variable. Okay, like this. I have stored that number. So while x, which means x is not equal to 0, I have to divide that number, right? So I have to divide that number and I have to store that in that same variable and have to increment the value. So this n represents how many digits are there. Here I'll initialize with 0. Okay, now we'll run this. See, for example, x is 124. Okay, I'll write here. First here x is 124, which is a true value. 124 by 10, which means 12. X is now 12. X is now 12. Now n is incremented by 1. Okay, now x is 12. 12 by 10 is 1, right? 12 by 10 is 1. Now I can replace it here 1, since it is incremented. Now x value is 1. X value is 1. 1 by 10 is 0. Here n is incremented 3. Now 0, while 0 is not a true condition, it will get out of the loop. So while after iteration we got the n value as 3, which means here, see, here 3 digits are there, here we got the answer as 3. So it's working, right? If I give a number and a power, I have to raise the number to that power. Okay, so how to do that? So I'll write a function. Okay, suppose the function is like power. Okay, in which I have to send the two parameters. One is the digit and one is the power. So I'll write int digit and int power. Since power is nothing but the n value, right? To how many digits are there. So I'll write n. Okay. So how to do this logic? See, for example, there is 2 power 3. I have to multiply 2 into 2 into 2, which means I have to loop 2 3 times and multiply 2 itself. So I can simply write like, for I is equal to 0, I less than n, which means it will loop up to 3 times, and I plus plus. So n is used for looping. So how to do this multiplication? Okay, what I'll do is I'll store the result in a variable called result. Okay, in which I'll initialize the result with 1. So what I'll do is result equal to result into digit. Okay, for example, and after this I have to give the result, right? So I'll return the result. Since here all we are dealing with integers, the return type will be integer. Now see how this logic works. We'll see. 2 power 3, which means here digit is 2, here it is 3. Okay, now in place of n, here value is 3, which means it will loop up to 3 times, right? So initial result is 1, so 1 into digit means 2, 1 into 2 is result is 2. This is the first condition. And the second time result is 2 and digit is 2, the result will be 4. And the third time result is 4, digit is 2, then the result is 8. 2 power 3 is 8, we got the answer as 8. And since here the condition is 3, after 3 iterations it will be out of the loop and will give the result as 8. So this is the condition. Now how to obtain this logic? See, already we have developed how to separate this and how to do this individually, right? Now we have to do some addition, right? We have to do some addition. So how can we do it? So in main function we have developed a code in which we'll get the n value, right? And after that I have to make sure that divide, suppose there is a number called 1 to 4, I have to make it 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 4 cube, right? Okay, this 3 is taken care by n, and this operations are taken care by the functions. Okay, now I have to do this whole operation. I have to do the power operation and we have to add it to each other. So how can we develop it? First of all, we have to divide this number. So how can we divide this number? We can simply write x equal to n, which means I don't want to change the number, and I'll write like while in, I have to check, I'll checking with the x, while x. Okay, now I have to divide the number, I have to take the last digit, so I'll write like digit should be x moduli with 10, so last digit is removed. Now I have to take that number and divide it by 10, so that last value is removed. Okay, this is to get the last value, this is to remove the last value. Now we have a digit, right? In that digit I have to, so this digit should be passed to a function, right? Our power function. So I'll send using a power function. First is digit, and already we obtained the how much power we have to do that calculation, so I'll put n here. Okay, now I have to add it simultaneously. So what I'll do is I'll make a variable called total. Okay, in this I'll initialize with 0. Now what I'll do is after this operation I have to add the total and I have to store it in total. So see, for example, if you take 124, at this position the digit value is 4. Okay, so here 4 is placed and here n, right? N is nothing but 3. 4 power 3 we get the value, initially total value is 0, we'll get the answer as 4 power 3 value plus 0, which means 4 power 3. Here we got 4 power 3 total value. Okay, after second iteration 2 will be taken as a digit, so 2 power 3 will be the answer, 2 power 3 plus the total value, which means the total value is here 4 power 3, right? Plus 2 power 3, again next iteration 1 power 3. So this total is stored in this total variable. So now we got the total. Now I have to check whether this number is equal to that given number or not. So I'll write an if condition and check whether it is equal or not. Now we'll see the code how exactly it works. So this is a function of power digit, already we discussed, and here I'm giving prompt the user and taking the value. Okay, so this is for finding the n, which means number of digits, and this is the logic which already we have discussed. Okay, now here if the number is equal to total, then it is an Armstrong number, which means the given number is equal to total. If it is not, then it's not an Armstrong number. So let's compile and see whether it works or not. If I enter 153, it's an Armstrong number, so you can check 1 cube plus 5 cube plus 3 cube is equal to 153. Okay, you can give different values and see whether it works or not. Okay. 653 is not an Armstrong number, you can check out. Okay, this is how it works. Okay,